A process is nothing but generally it is collecting all the system and as well as user running process, right? For example, so
Yeah.
whenever you start the operating system, generally it is going to be running some processes, and whenever user is going to be run some process which is going to be runs. The collective of all the system and as well as user process we can call it as processes. Every process which you may have the two IDs generally. One is process ID and second one is parent process ID. So there are two kinds of process which are available: foreground process and the background process. Okay. So foreground
Okay.
process generally which are going to be run under the foreground, and you can run only one job at the same time. Once you can complete that process or session, then only you can able to run other process. Else only one process it can activate once or at the same time. And background process means you can run more than one job or one process in the background simultaneously. So there is no issue. You can run more than one process in the background. But whenever you're comparing with the performance wise, foreground process will give you a bit fast than the comparing with the background process, because in the background which is going to run more than one process at the same time, right? So this is about
Yes.
foreground and background process. And background process generally which you can able to issue the command. At the end of the command you will able to issue the ampersand. Then so it is going to run under the background. That is about the background process. So then
Yeah.
how you are going to be checking the background process generally by using the jobs command generally. So you can get the status of all the background jobs generally. So how you can able to kill the foreground process by issuing the command called Control C. You can kill the foreground process, and background users generally you can kill by specifying the kill command generally. So kill space -9 space PID. Then so PID means process ID, and that's what we are going to be killing the specified process. And kill space MySQL in this instance. Some set of services or processes which you can able to kill at the same time. Example, MySQL, whatever the services which are going to be running by using the MySQL, you're going to be killed at the same time. So there is about the command for killing set of process at the same time. And control Z means you can suspend the foreground job to the background job, and you can suspend the foreground job, and how to resume the suspended foreground job by using the FG. Then how you can able to bring the background to foreground job FG space job ID. So all these are the process related commands. So how you can monitor the process generally by using the PS command. PS means process. So process service generally it is a command which is used to display the information about the processes which are running in the system. All active processes are going to be displaying including the system and as well as the user running process. PS space FNF means every process it has going to be displaying. Go to here, PS space FNF. Every process is going to be displaying here. So then after that, so how I can able to display the process which are running by the specified user. So PS space -A for all, U for user, and grep. So it is going to be searching all the users generally, then username. So it is going to be displaying the process which are running by the specific user. So kill command generally is used to terminate the process, and pkill space -9 PID. -9 means it is a signal, it is going to be sending the signal to the process ID to kill that process actually. Pkill space Java in the sense some set of process or services it has going to be killed at the same time. For example, pkill space Java. And pkill space -3 space PID means which is used to take the thread dumps so that we will able to use in the logic server. Go to here, space -F, use web space username is syntax. Example, Linux. See all Linux running process which are going to be displaying. Understood? This is how it is
Yeah.
going to be, getting the specified user process. So these are about the process related commands. Then after that we are moving into the network related commands. So nice is a command generally which is used to schedule or run the process or so schedule the process based on the priority, which requires the so to for scheduling the next command generally it requires the network or which requires the root privilege generally. The negative number which signifies the higher priority than the positive number. So the value generally which are going to be ranges in between the -20 to +20. Understood clearly? So what is the next command?
Yeah.
Next command which is used to schedule the priority. So to schedule the priority generally which requires root privileges. So a negative number generally which has going to be signifies other higher priority than the positive number. So usually the value ranges in between the minus 20 to plus 20. So example like this. Whenever you get it range, automatically it has going to execute this command under right under the background. So no hub
Yeah.
command generally. It's an important command. No hub command. No hub is a command. So which is enabled or which is used. The process is running, under the background without any hanging until disconnects. Without any hanging.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
generally, no hub command which you'll be able to use whenever you are writing any script. Before that, we'll able to give. And if config generally, which is used to find out the IP address and the network statistics about the Linux machine. Same thing you want to know about the IP address in Windows, generally we'll use the IP config slash all, right? Go to
Yeah.
here, if config, see, this is what you are getting the IP address of the machine. Otherwise, if config -a, both are same. This is about how you are going to be getting IP address in the Linux machine. Same thing for in Windows, generally we'll use the IP config slash all. So important interview questions generally. See, whenever you'll get port conflict issue, how you are going to be resolving? Did you understand my question? Whenever you
Yeah.
get port conflict issue, how did you resolve it?
Checking the port number by port number netstat hyphen NA.
What you will able to do by that?
It displays the port number.
It displays the port number. Right. Okay. So generally, what it will do, netstat I think in your command. So it has going to be displaying about the network statistics, and also it has going to be displaying about the, whether the port number is already used or not. If port number already used by the some process, generally it has going to return the output. Else, it cannot return. So that's what actually netstat command. Very very important command. So every interview, so we'll ask net stat space hyphen NA. It will display the complete network statistics in the sense all the connections which is established. Okay.
Okay.
So then after that, generally what I need to do, I try to put netstat hyphen NA pipe symbol grep space port number. Okay.
Okay.
7001. Is this free or which is used by the some process?
It's there is no process, right? 7001 as of now.
No. My question is what is this free or which is used by the some process? What do you answer my question?
It is free. There is no process running.
How you would able to say?
Because that nothing is being displayed after you entered that command.
Right. Okay. So 8525. See now which is used by some process, right?
Yes.
This is that port number which is busy. Then you have to be change that port number whenever you'll get port conflict issue. Like that. So
Okay.
in this way you can able to fix the port conflict issue. So important entry questions. How to resolve the port conflict issue by using the netstat -NA command. So similarly in Windows also you can able to do, but instead of grep we'll able to use over there find str. And wait command generally, which is wait a process until completes syntax wait space PID and job ID. Then very very important commands coming here now: alienate, SSH, SCT, FTP. These are all the commands generally which are used to connect to the remote system, and as well as you can transfer the files from local to remote system. Copying. So telnet generally which is used to connect to the remote system. Syntax telnet space IP address or host name, enter the remote server password. But these days generally we are not using the telnet because of security. We always go with the SSH only, right? SSH is nothing but
Yeah.
what, secure shell to connect to the remote system. What is the syntax? SSH space host name or port number. SSH or port number general.
SSH SSH hyphen
Port
hyphen
number,
hyphen
IP address
port
or
number.
otherwise, host name or IP address at the rate of, password. I mean, username you can enter, then directly you can log into that username. Then enter you can
Okay.
enter the password. So it's a different two methods generally. Same thing in Windows generally. You can use mstsc or remote. Go to the run command. Generally you can use the mstsc or remote command. So it has going to be open the remote desktop connection. You can enter the computer name and click on the connect. It has also the password and you can provide the password and click on connect to the remote system from Windows. Right? So let's switch
Yeah.
MSC from Windows to remote. So this is one way. Otherwise, go to the R button, EMS, TSC. You can type it over there, you'll get here. Type the computer name and click on connect, okay? Then it is asked for the
Yeah.
remote username, remote password, and you can produce. Then you are going to be connecting. This is in Windows. And another way of connecting from Windows to Linux for transferring the files, what it is? WinSCP, right?
Yes. Yes.
You can provide the port number, your IP address here. So get the IP address. Go to here, provide IP address or host name, right?
Yeah.
Username and
Linux
password.
password Linux.
See, now we can transfer from Windows to Linux and Linux to Windows. So you
Yeah.
can just drag and drop. This is one method. Then in Linux, generally, which we may have the SSH. See, I have, started two Linux machines generally here. What is the IP address of this machine? 143, right?
143.
So this, right. So open in terminal generally. Go to here, right? So pwd config. So 140, right?
Yeah, that is previous is 140. This is 140. Other one is 143.
So I want to connect from here to remote server.
Uh,
Space 140. I'm just entering.
yes.
It has going to ask the remote server password. So which I logged in, right?
Yeah.
This config. See 140.
140.
I'm just exiting.
Okay.
In the sense you can exit
Yeah. Now that will be
140.
original one.
Yes.
143.
This is
Yes.
how you are going to be connecting to the remote system by using the SSL.
Yes. Yes.
Then
Yes.
SCP command generally which you can able to transfer the or secure copy. You can make a secure copy from local to remote system. In other words, box 1 to box 2. So over the network. SCP space icon or options. In other words, the host name, then our IP address, then we can type the PlayStation address where you want to copy, right? So this is about
Yeah.
HCP command. Same thing in Windows generally, which you have seen, right? WinSCP, Win FTP protocol. So we'll use the SFTP only, right? Before you can log in, you can able to check about that, WinSCP. There it has going to be C or SFTP,
Yeah.
right? These are the protocols.
SFTP.
SCP,
Yeah.
all those. We are using the protocol only. In the sense, so in Windows generally FTP which we have file transfer protocol for uploading and downloading the files between the Windows and Linux. But only in Linux to Linux which we have the command called HCP, right? Let's we see how we're
Yes.
going to be copying here. Go to over there here. Where I am, right. So I want to copy tar example file data to so that box 140. Okay.
Yeah. 140.
HCP hyphen r tar example dar and colon. So I want to provide the destination address where I want to copy. See,
Copy.
it's copies right everything. So I can
Yeah.
come to know, go to the remote system, otherwise log into the remote system, you can check about that. See, got it right? PR
Yeah.
example.net. This space -LT. So just now it is copied, okay?
Okay.
So which is you
We
recently
can
access.
we can open multi sessions here with the same that Red Hat version 6. Suppose we have installed 6, and now you opened 2 sessions here.
No, not sessions, it's a different one.
Different one. Okay, but the same version, right? That is.
Same version, you can recreate the new operating system again in a different location. You can create the new virtual machine file again in different
Okay.
directory. It is
Different
like another
location.
operating system only.
Okay, got it.
Right.
We need to give
Otherwise,
some, we need to give some different location
location
to save the files.
to install again. How you have done for installing for to get this first one, similarly like that, do the same process to the second one also, but in different location.
Okay.
Right. This is about the SCP command. So in Windows, FTP. Then ping command generally, which is used to check the connectivity of the remote host, otherwise remote server, right? Whether it is available in the
Yes.
network or not. So we need to know about whether the remote applications which are available or not, or remote host which is available or not. We need to be tested actually. So ping space hostname har IP address generally. Hostname har IP address, right?
Yeah.
See, if it is already in network, it is going to produce the packets like the network packets. Else, it throws destination unreachable, right?
Yeah. 140.
There is no destination was running with that IP address. That's the reason destination host is
Yeah.
unreachable. So in this
We
case,
have
we have
140 and 143. Two only,
that
right? We have.
there is a reason for testing. I am showing you.
Okay.
Whenever it is not in a network, you will get output like this. Even you can check for your
Oh,
broadband connection also. You get the same thing, right? So this is about how you are going to be, knowing about the network statistics actually. R2 commands we have completed. So then next very important command called sudo command generally, right? See in real time,
yeah.
most of the time you can work with the sudo command only. So this is interview question. What is the sudo command generally? Sudo is a command
Switch
which is
user.
allowed. No, it is not switch user. SU. Sudo is a command
Okay.
which is used to allows a permitted user to execute a commands as just like as the root user, right? Some of the commands which we can able to execute from the normal prompt, root user solve root commands, right? Just like root user only. But for that, what we need
Yeah.
to do, I need to be configure the sudo user. My user generally I need to be configured in the sudo. Then I can able to so execute what are the whenever you are executing the root commands generally. So before that, what I need to do, so I can execute the sudo. Then before that command, I can enter the sudo. Then I can execute those commands, right? So go to here.
Yeah.
So first I need to be configure the sudo. For that, I need to be shift to the root generally. So
Yes.
va space root.
Switch. And the SR will also work.
Mhm.
Switch root. SR command will also work, right? SR
No, no, there
switch
is
root.
no. No, there is no SR command like that.
Mhm.
Did you try it?
Yeah, in my beside project team members, they use
No,
SR.
there are some
It's a
aliases,
generic
okay?
generic account.
Mister, there are some aliases, don't worry. Alias means they are
Okay.
creating alternative names. So
Oh,
that time what will happen, sudo su command cannot work. Some people that is for security purpose aliases, okay?
okay.
I mean alternative names. SR means switch root
Okay.
means SU means everybody knows, right? There is a reason they are changing.
Naming convention. Oh,
Alternative, no, you can go to that and alternative names, alias name that is.
okay.
VI. sudo, enter and go to the down. So root generally what it will do, it executes the every command on the Linux operating system, right? Similarly like that, what I
Yes.
need to do here, I'm configuring just like root. I'm just going in. So what is my username Linux? First all for the user, second all for group, third all for others.
Oh, yes.
So save and exit, then shift to the root. Say I want to execute. What is unit 0 generally? Shutting down the Linux system, right?
Yeah.
What it is telling needs to be root privileges. Whenever you want to executing the root commands, enter the sudo. In real time, you will get like this only. But we execute the commands, sudo, you don't have any permissions to shift into the root actually. See, it has going to pass the password. Then the moment enter, it has going to be shutting down the Linux system. Understood? How you can able to execute the
Yeah.
commands even if you are in a normal user prompt.
Okay.
So by using the sudo can allow to execute the commands like as a super user only whenever you add users into the sudo, right? So this is
Right.
about the sudo command. Very important interview question, sudo command. So then after completing that part, so if you have completed all the network commands, apart from these commands actually, while is a command generally it is used for sending and broadcasting the messages to all users who are connected to the Linux system. Okay, Linux server. Example, all we are connected to the Linux system, so you'll get some message like that. Today you have a meeting at 4 p.m. You have to be please there within that time, like that. Okay, so press Y,
Okay.
you can able to get the message and you can view and then like this wall space enter, then enter the message and press Ctrl D for save and exit, and it will reach to that all the users who are connected to the Linux machines and Linux server.
Okay.
Mailx command generally to send the mail to the specified person. So mail space, use mail space generally, email. Then after that enter the subject and as well as the description. Then press Control D. So it has going to be sent to the specified, user mail ID. So these two commands generally which works over the network only. Next, tr command generally. Tr is a command which is used to translate or replace the old character with new character. Okay. Tr command which
Okay.
is going to be translate old character with new character.
Yeah.
And te command generally, so it works with the pipe symbol which is used to write the data on the Linux console and simultaneously which is going to be, write on the screen, right? Write the data to the Linux console and as well as write to the many files like that file 1, file 2, file 3. How many files you want to write that output, it has going to be writes. That is about the te
Okay.
command. Okay. So then after that, sort command generally, which is used to sort the given content in ascending order. By default, so it has going to be sorts in a, based on the ASCII values. Sort file like that unique name. And so unique command generally which is used to, displays the unique lines in the given file. Contents must be in a sorted order. It would be like this. Understood?
Yeah.
Then unique space hyphen u, it will display the unique numbers. Unique space hyphen it will display the duplicate values. Unique space hyphen c generally it has going to be counts the duplicate values generally. CMP generally, which is used to compare the two files and displays the first difference. Syntax CMP space file 1 and file 2. Diff command generally, which is used to display all differences. Syntax diff space file 1 and file 2. WC command generally, which is used to count the lines, characters, and words in the given file. Right? That's
Yeah.
using all those commands. So tr command, I'm just creating the first command, cat space tr example. I'm just typing some information. Tr example. which is greater, right?
Yeah.
tr. So what I need to do generally, I need to be translate the characters, right?
Yes.
tr space see wherever it matches, it has going to be changes, right? Replaces.
Yes.
I want to replace complete from A to Z.
Mhm.
See,
Total. Yes.
yes. Next T command generally cat tr example. It will display here simultaneously. So which I was writing to this, right? T1, T2, T3, T4. I am creating all these files now only. So what it has going
Yeah.
to bring output, it has going to be displaying on the Linux console. Simultaneously, it has going to be writing these files. Okay,
Okay.
cat space. See, at the time
Yeah.
of writing the file, it has going to be creates. This is about the TE command generally, and sort command generally.
There
Mhm,
and that pipe you used, previously T command.
mhm.
Uh, yeah, this pipe in the sense, the one that is in the left hand side of that pipe symbol will be redirected to all T, P1, P2,
See,
P3, etc.
did I discuss anything like that redirecting part?
No.
Pipe is which is used to take output of first command as will give input to the next command.
Okay. Output.
Right. Next sort command generally. I'm creating the some file. See something like that. I just created some file. Okay. Cat
Yeah.
space n sort. So is this in ascending order? Is this sorted order? In sorted order? No, right?
No.
Right. Now it is in sorted order, right?
It's sorted. Yes.
If you want to display in a reverse order, you can display it. Right? This is how you are
Yes.
going to display. Next, what I need to do, cat space greater than unique example. So what I need to do, I want to type some information here, discuss about unique command. Cat space unique example. See here, there are some duplicate values right here.